Hello everybody, I'm a Rainbow and welcome to the Bikini Bottom update in Yeeps. Yes, I expect SpongeBob to come running out of here at any point in time. This place is awesome. This is the island. It's the new official map, and yes, I just don't know what to say. It is all kinds of awesome. And take a look right here. We have water. So I am in water as a Yeep. And you know what? Yeeps can swim. Is that not amazing or what? So, and I am just getting started. But let's go ahead and take a look at the tech web to get things going already. Now, I have already hit the tech web and gotten all this stuff off of it, but I'm going to describe it and we'll take a look at some of this stuff as we go. All right, we're going to head and take a look at the map just from here. And the first thing you're going to get is the float or the inner tube right there in the middle. And then around it is some sand. Below it is some sediment. Those are building materials. And if we look to the left just a little bit, you'll see some bushes. Now, these are tropical bushes, and they've got a little bit of a different pattern to them. We'll take a look at that. Then you have the building materials and that you can use, and it's very cool. And the crab is all kinds of awesome. I love that. And just below that, there's the water shifter and then a water dyer. I'm going to explain all those. Those are the high ticket items. And then a wooden cannon and a stuffing cannon, and I'll explain those. And there's a whole batch of new paintbrushes, including one neon brush. We'll take a look at those. And below that, you see river blocks, and they actually move you, and it's very subtle. It's easy. It's not like the speed blocks. Very cool though. And then there's an anchor, and then there's glass blocks. Glass blocks right there are very cool. And there's some flippers and then a propeller. And I'm going to take a look at most of this stuff. I probably won't hit everything, but I'm going to give it a try. All right. So for the paints, just to get everybody up to speed on the paints, we've got the lavender paint, the mocha paint, the light mocha paint, the blurple. That one's harder. Come on, you. The blurple paint. What a color. Olive, light olive, yellow, light purple, and no way in the world do I think that is a purple color. And then it has glowing purple, and I don't think that's glowing purple either, but that's what they call it. All right, so now let's go take a look at some of this stuff. You gotta love it. I just love it. Water. And you can swim through there like nothing. All right, to start with, let's go ahead and look at what I would call the big ticket items for this update right here. And the first ones we have are the fins. All right, and fins in the water. There we are. We're floating a little bit, and you wave them around, and like fins, they should be making me go the other direction, but they kind of pull you where you're waving them. All right, so I don't know if this is intentional or if this is a glitch, but there we go. They do work, so they work for that. And then now let's take a look at the float. Float is very cool. Obviously, you just floats there in the water, but if you put it on the Yeep, drop in, you're just floating around right here on top. So that's very cool. The opposite of the float is the anchor. All right, so if we take an anchor, we take the float off. All right, we're gonna bob down a little bit slowly, but if we put that anchor on us, we drop all the way to the bottom, and then we can move around on the bottom without any trouble at all. Just like that. Now, if you try to swim with the anchor, you're not going to get very far, and you're going to wear yourself out because you can't really do it. So you got to remember to get rid of that anchor if you're going to try to swim out of it. All right, very cool. And then the last thing we're going to take a look at is the propellers. And the propellers I like a lot because they're super cute and they got little eyes on them. And when you squeeze them, the little propeller actually goes, and they will pull you through the water. All kinds of awesome. They do use stuffing when you do it. It's a little like the grapples that way, but we're down here. And you can get some real speed going. You notice I just jumped right over that. Awesome. Very cool. So, and those are the propellers, and I'm sure there's going to be more uses for them just in that. They won't pull you up in the air unless maybe you're frozen. You can try that, see if that works. All right, one of the other things you can get is the cannon right there, and this is cool. You press it, shoots cannonball. Does not cost any stuffing, and it looks like it's just supposed to sit there. However, there is a trick to this, and if you get out a paintbrush and you paint it, you'll notice the angle changes. And I don't know all the angles just yet, but you'll see them. All right. And that is how you change the angle on the cannon. And you can do this. This is just like a pillow, so you can put it down at any point in time and change the angle you want. And I do know if you put one of the neon brushes, it shoots straight up. All right. So just like that. Straight up. Whoa. And we just destroyed it. But you see, it's like a pillow, so it is possible to destroy it. All right, now let's take a look at the construction materials that we have with this update. This one is the water shifter, makes the water go up and down, and this is the water dyer. All right, and with the water dyer, let's just pick a red. Whatever color you put in there, if you press the button, notice the water, it changes the color of the water. All right, so, and let's look at it underneath. It even changed, it's down here too, but you can also see it up above, so it does change things a bit. And I'm not sure I like red water. Oops. I'm not sure I like red water, but we could try yellow maybe, see what it is. And I do know, let's see, maybe we can just go back to blue, to the blue. Let's see, how about the blue? Huh. Even that looks too dark. I'm not sure if we can get back to the default color or not. If it's one of those, I'm not going to mess with it, but you see how that one works. All right, in constructive mode. And this is the water shifter. So if you just want to go down like one each time, just press that. See how it's dropping? Same thing if you want to go up, just one. All right, and this drops it all the way down. See, we got no water down there at all. And you can raise it up with this one just a little bit if you're only putting a little bit of water in right there, or you can have it fill up. And I'm not sure how it defines where it fills up to. Maybe this was ground level to start with and they dropped it and that's why it fills up to here. I'm not positive. Oh, hey, I just noticed the color went back to the default color. All right, so let's just test that theory real quick. All right, there's the color. It's that hot pink. Let's get rid of the water. All the water's gone. Let's get it back. And it resets to the default color, whichever blue that is. So it resets that. All right, so that's how you use the water dyer and the water shifter. All right, there's one more construction item that we need to go check. And that is actually these cannons right here. These are construction material. So you pick them up, put them on, unlike the other cannon. And just like those other cannons, if you paint them a different color, they will point in a different direction. See how that's different. And for to make these work, you gotta, to make these work, you gotta smack them with something. So Wow. The menu is getting huge, is all I can say. Smack him with the sword, and there it goes. And while we're here, let's check and see if that... I'm not sure if... So that cannon is blue. Okay, the color for both of them controls the same angle. So even though you can press that one, and then you have to hit this one, is the same. And if we do that, that's the same. So let's go ahead and destroyed that one. Oh, wait a second. Oh, what's going? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I don't know if I can get far enough back to see it. We've got multiple cannonballs going off. Here, I'm just going to... Oh, I see what's happening. So one cannonball comes back and hits that one. It blows up, and then it shoots out another cannonball. And I think it can only do 3 at a time. And eventually the cannonballs either stop or they break themselves. I'm not sure, after a set period of time. So, all right, maybe that's a glitch you can use. There we go. We're down to 1 cannonball here. See if that one stops shortly. Beach construction materials. Let's go ahead and do the river, and I'm going to throw that out there. Whoa, that is kind of big. And if I get on this, what happens? Oh, I move with it. There we go. And it's not very fast. It's a little bit like a treadmill, so I can go over it. It's not as fast as the speed blocks, but that's kind of cool. And there are different shapes for that one. And I think that's that. You'll probably want to experiment a little bit with those guys and see what you can come up with. All right, let's look. I'm not going to do the sand or the sediment. Those are just like dirt as far as I can tell. Now, the glass. Glass is interesting. Let's grab a piece of glass and put it down. Right. Oh, that's cool. So it's just, and you can see through it. So if I'm down here, wow, and you can see through it. That's amazing. Wow. All right. So first experience with it, and can you paint it? Yes, you can. Oh, it just kind of does the outline. Doesn't change the way it looks. Nope, I don't see any difference in color. Just does the outline a little bit. But if you were to take this and, ooh, I just had an idea. All right, let's go down here where it's dark. Down here in the water where it's dark. I love this sort of floaty feeling thing. I'm not sure what happened to it. I think it, all right, there's the piece of glass. And then if we use the neon brush on it. Oh yes, it's just like dirt when you paint it and other things. It's now, you can now see it lights up the area even though it's not very bright itself. I like this. Even in underground, anything, that would be super cool. All right, so there we have glass. All right, everybody, I'm a Rainbow, and I am super excited for the Bikini bottom update for grab. This is some awesome stuff. I can't wait to see what people do with it. Me and my buddy, the Crab here, are going to have a great time, and I am so excited to let everybody get in here and start messing with this stuff. I am super excited. Oh, yeah.